with it, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high. Tell them dim the lights down right now, put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark room, perfume, go, go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit.
You know you better watch out. Some girls are only about some girls are only that thing. Oh, we're trying to let it go, trying to keep our eyes closed, trying to keep it just like before. Times when I never even thought to speak. Don't wanna tell you what it is. Oh, way it felt so serious. Got me thinking just too much. I wanna shut it out, but it's this one thing that got me tripping. It's this one thing that got me tripping. You did this one thing, you so made me feeling. It's this one thing you did. This one thing that caught me slipping. It's this one thing I want to admit it. You did this one thing, and I was so with it. It's this one thing you did.
Hey, 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 it's your girl Candy, and I am here for Twisted Tuesdays, Kids Edition. 1993's The Good Son. And it stars Macaulay Culkin. I got my notes. Let me see. Okay, so it stars Macaulay Culkin as Henry, Elijah Wood as Mark, Quinn Culkin, which is Macaulay's little sister, as Connie, and Wendy Crewson as Susan. So yeah, guys, this is The Good Son, and I am here just to discuss it. If I have company, I do. If I don't, hey, I'm gonna do what I got to do, and we're gonna talk about this movie. Um, I don't remember the first time I saw the movie, but I do not remember me thinking it was gonna be not as gruesome, well, extreme as it was, because it's titled A Good Son, and then it stars Macaulay Culkin, which had just come from the Home Alone movies, and I'm a Home Alone fanatic. So because of that, I thought it was going to be a decent movie. But yeah, no, Macaulay Culkin is a psycho. And I'm not a psychiatrist, not a doctor or anything, but that boy is crazy. I really wonder what happened to him as a child. Like, well, he's still a child. Like what really happened to him? Was he born evil, or did he just become evil over time? Because he's very possessive. Um, of things that are not human. Like he's not possessive of family members because he don't care about them. We'll get to it when we get to it. He's possessive over like the little rubber ducky because his brother had the rubber, well, his mother gave the rubber ducky to the brother. He wanted it for him. He kept it for himself after the brother passed away. Um, so I'm not sure what to call this little fella, but I just know his ass is disturbed, deranged, insane, and we're gonna get into it. Okay. So the oh Jesus, let me get myself together. So the movie starts out with Mark. He's grieving his mother. His mother has passed away. I'm not sure what she passed away from, but she passed away. They live in Arizona, so they have to leave Arizona and go visit Maine. So Mark's grief is fresh. We see young boy trying to keep it together, and that trauma seems to set the tone for the movie. When he arrives in Maine, it's a calm, snowy, settling feeling, and it's like a false comfort because it seems like somewhere that would be home for him, somewhere that he could go and just be at peace with or trying to make peace with his mother's passing, which I know it's going to take time, but he his father has to go away for 2 weeks, and he really doesn't want to. He has to go to Tokyo, I think, for 2 weeks, and he doesn't want to leave him, but he knows this will set him and Mark up for the rest of their lives. So he's kind of torn into doing that. But he does have the brother which lives in Maine, and he will allow them to come in and will allow Mark to come and stay with them. But he hadn't seen them in 10 years. I don't understand how that made sense to anybody to have a child up there and they only he's never seen he hadn't seen them in 10 years. And I don't know. I think that's kind of weird, guys. Um, yes. What she wanted did was not important. So Henry's dark side starts to show. Red flag number one. This little boy is psychotic. He talks to his cousin that he hadn't seen in 10 years. And I don't even think they well, is he I guess they are 10. I'm gonna just leave him at 10 years old. So he's talking to his cousin and talking to him about his mom. About what her body looked when he passed away. He was like, "Well, my brother Richard passed, I could see what he looked like, you know, that was weird." So the creepy homemade crossbow, he blames Mark for something that he did, which he ends up taking out the dog. He takes out the dog, that's running on the bridge, but look how he's facing the dog. Now, if it was real, I'm sure that dog would have jumped the fence if he really wanted to get at Mark and Henry. But because it was just, for the movie's sake, he wanted to face that dog. And he was like, "I love that dog." That boy crazy, okay? So, and if your cousin has a treehouse filled with deadly traps, run. This is little Columbine in the making, in my opinion. This is little Columbine in the making. Hey, Lemon Kush Pepper, thank you for coming through. We appreciate you for coming through. Hey, she's always late. You're right on time. Thank you for coming through. I'm doing this solo today. So they end up testing out the weapon, and he at first tried to hit a cat, but the guy was like, Mark was like, "No, no, don't do that. Just scare him." So he ends up, firing off a rusty screw or rusty nail, and it misses the cat by inches. And later on, he was like, "Well, the sights are not ready, so let me see what I can do, and then we'll come back or whatever." So he comes back and he sets his sight. He wasn't talking about the sights on the crossbow. He was talking about the sights on that damn dog because this little boy put whatever in his crossbow and kills the damn dog. He kills the dog, y'all. He kills the dog. I was like, "Well, I didn't mean to. I just meant to scare him." You actually think I meant to kill him? Hell yeah, you meant to kill the dog because you did it. You are psycho. You are a lunatic. Something is really wrong with this little boy. And the thing, and I really want to know, it's just a lot going on with this. Where was your antennas? Where was your antennas? Let me play it one more time. Where was your antennas? Why this little boy was out here building shit? That's why he's gonna be little Columbine. Where was your antennas? Because that don't make sense to me. How does little boy got time to build a crossbow? He got his own treehouse full of deadly weapons, and he got a storage unit or something, storage house that he has all this weird stuff in. Listen, I don't know. It's just weird to me. Okay, weird, 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 weird. Where my picture? Did it go up? Okay, I did that one already. So Henry Crazy is tells Mark, "Let's go. I have something to show you." He has made this doll called Mr. Highway. Henry throws the dummy off the bridge, causing a multi-car pileup just for fun, just because he wanted to. This is like Home Alone meets Final Destination, and when you know this little boy is beyond redemption, because like you cannot come back from this. You actually caused a damn pileup on the interstate, on the highway, and then y'all run off like it ain't nothing. But let me go back. Mark and Henry wrapped up the dog and threw the dog in the well, y'all. So he knew what he was doing. He had a plan. He had something for everything. Everything he does, he has a plan. So fast forward to this, the police come, they running and hiding, ducking and dodging the police, and this comes up on the news, and it's like it's nothing. Like they did nothing. It's nothing. It's all good. We're here, and that's that on that. Let me see what she say. He shudder. He should have ate his face. He should have mauled it off. Anyone notice anything before the listen? Where was y'all antennas when this little boy was doing stuff? Why is Mark the reason why y'all see stuff? Why? Why is Mark the reason? This boy came all the way from Arizona, and y'all just realizing this boy is crazy. He had free freedom for real. That's an understatement. Why my pictures go black after when I click on it? I don't know. They come up. That's Mr. Highway. No, same one. Anyway, if it doesn't come up, it just doesn't come up. Um, so we end up seeing where why the same one keep coming up? Bless me, Lord Jesus. Okay, that's Mr. Highway. That's my fault. Use the arrow. That was on me. So the bathtub reveal. Henry is he's in his feelings about a whole lot. Um because he sees that Mark is getting close to his mom. Mark's mom just passed. And as much sense as you have, you would know that this little boy does need some kind of nurturing, some kind of, attention from someone else other than just you want to go outside and play all day long and do these dangerous things. Like he's jealous of Henry's jealous of Mark. And of course we know that he's jealous of his little sister as well. But he it seems like I don't know. I don't know. But he later admits to Mark that he may have taken out his little brother Richard. And it's like a eerie feeling in the moment when he just talk about it so casual, like it's nothing. Like, yeah, I took out my brother. What if I did do it? And the rubber duck that belonged to him, he's like it belonged to me first. Little boy, go on somewhere. Because the mama ended up finding it in his storage in his little shed. She ends up finding it. And it's like, "Oh, here it is." And then she talks to Henry about it. It's like, "Well, it was mine first. It belonged to me first." Little boy, what is really going on? Like your mom is grieving your brother. And then at one point she goes on to the clip on the clip that we'll go to later on. And she talks to Henry and Mark are talking. And they end up talking about how the mom is standing there and he was like, "Yeah, she goes over there when she thinks about Richard." That's weird, isn't it? Why do you think that's weird that your mama is grieving your brother? It's not weird. You are weird. You're weird. It's not your brother, it's you. Let's see. He used Mark's words to scare him. Yeah. Hi P Brunson. Thank you for coming through. Yes, this is an oldie but goodie to me. And I think that's the little brother. I think that's his Macaulay's little brother in real life. But he is a cute little fella. I think that's his brother in real life though. He described having paid the dead baby a lot of attention. Listen, he was talking about the baby as if he watched the baby's life escape, leave his body, and all the spirit and everything leave out of him. It was like so nonchalant, like he was watching a dog die. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can't wait till you get to the game to see what choice you would have made. Uh oh, child. Oh, I'm already telling you now. Henry little ass would have had to go. Henry little the ending, not the game. Okay. Henry would have at this point at this point in like I don't have time for all this stress because you know what? Mama should have put her ass across the cliff because how you ain't know this little boy been crazy this time all this time. See, P. Bronson, you done took me fast forward, and I want supposed to go forward. How did we get here? How? How did we get to the point where Mark is the reason why y'all finding this stuff out? Because y'all not believing what Mark's saying. Mark telling y'all stuff going on. Y'all want to shut Mark out. Y'all want to act like Mark crazy. Y'all manipulating Mark. Y'all gaslighting Mark. Well, not y'all, but well, hell, all y'all. Y'all won't pay this little boy no attention. He's telling y'all something is wrong. Something ain't right. Please figure it out. Let me see. Especially since honey, okay? Because it's time. I want to blame the mama. Because, well, I do. Because why is this little boy doing all this? Why nobody ever saw this? And the daddy need to go too. This might be a redemption story for Henry. Because y'all let this little boy run free. He had free reigns to everything. Like he had access to all things unnecessary for a child. I don't know it might if this we might have to flip the script and then put it on his parents because he ain't got no business having all this access. He really does not. Baby, listen. Some kind of way, Mark gets the understanding that I think Henry said, I can't stand Connie. I don't like my sister. He takes her skating without Mark, of course, because he knows if Mark had been there, it would have been over with. Kaput, it wouldn't have been nothing that happened would not have happened had Mark been there in the beginning. So Henry taking her, spinning her around and around on the ice, taking her near the thin ice because he knew she would fall in. So he nearly lets his sister drown. He doesn't even want to hurt everybody else because he's escalating towards murder. He don't want to hurt the other people. He just want to hurt the people that's in his vicinity, and still nobody believes Mark because this little girl goes in the water, freezing cold ice water, and he faking like he's picking, like he's trying to help, like he's trying to get her. He's not trying to get her. He's sitting there moving his hand, holding it still, and she's trying to, reach out for him. Not Mark. I'm sorry, Henry. Henry just puts his hand out so the people can see that he's trying to save his sister when he's actually not. This little ninja is a terrorist. He's a terrorist, and he's all things negative in when it comes to a child and adult. Because like, what kind of person would he have grown up to had he not been let off that cliff? But he tried to kill his sister, y'all. I made my family disappear. This is exactly what it is. I made my family disappear from Home Alone. He's trying to make his family disappear for real. Um, but his sister, he takes her on thin ice and lets her fall into it and acts like he's trying to save her. He's not even saying anything. And poor Mark is looking from afar because he can't go out there because he'll fall in too. It's like he's scared to say, do anything because he really can't do anything. And people, they have to save this little girl because hell, Henry with his crazy ass wasn't doing nothing. He meant for it to happen. And then when they get to the hospital, he wants to check on her. He act like he wanted to smother her at one point. I don't know why these people did not see that this little boy was weird. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Let me see. At breakfast, she said, "See you at lunchtime." Little sister. Oh, that's right. That's right. She knew she was going. Okay, no, she meant definitely, not deaf. Oh, the sister was deaf. P. Bronson. That little girl wasn't deaf. No, he took a hearing aid. Shut up. I don't remember that, P. Bronson. Because he wasn't screaming for her. He wasn't doing nothing for her. He had his hand held out, and that was it. P. Bronson, please, please, please. Hi, hey Kay, how you doing? P. Bronson, don't tell me this little girl been that little girl was deaf. It ain't funny, but it's funny. He took a hearing aid. No, 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 no. Had mom been asleep, sister would have been smothered. And listen, she surely would have. Oh gosh, oh god, oh gosh, gosh. You have to remember the hearing aid was in her hand. When? Okay, P. Bronson. I gotta go look. You gotta make me look at this movie again. The little girl had a hearing aid. That ain't funny, but it changes the tune. It changes it for me. Hall of Fame for creepy kid movies. Yes. This is crazy. Like this is on a whole nother level. And I might have to reach out to you, Kay. A series of bad kids. Because we talking about kids, our kids when they go back to school. Like, do we want a Henry in our child's classroom? Hell no. We don't want him in the Sunday school class. We don't even want to walk past Henry ass in the grocery store. I don't want to know Henry, okay? I don't even want to breathe the same air that Henry is breathing because this little boy is diabolical. He is banana. Life of horror. Sit your name says scares me. Girl is crazy. Hey, Miss Kira. Hope all is well with you. Hope you're feeling good. Yes, next Tuesday I am doing Dennis the Menace. Then I'm doing the movie with the little boy named Junior. I don't know why I can't get I'll tell you about it. And then the fourth went Tuesday, I'm doing Mikey, and that's a little boy from pure pits of hell, okay? But anyway, thank y'all for coming through. I really appreciate it, guys. Let's see. Over a cliff. But okay, so I mean, Mississippi. And I'm sorry, I'm in the way. But some of things Henry said, he told Mark, "Hey, Mark, don't f with me." Mark was like, "What the hell is going on?" You're not going to tell, are you, Mark? Because if you do, you're going to be very sorry. If I let you go, do you think you could fly? Really? This is the shit that coming out of the mind of a 10, 11-year-old? I can't believe you're making me do this. He is a manipulator. He's a gaslighter. This little boy say all kind of stuff to make people think they are crazy. Sometimes I feels like there's something inside me and I don't know what it is, but it's bad. You bad. It's your heart, your intestines, your liver, your kidney, your spleen, your sternum. Everything is bad. Then he tell this boy, your mom is maggot food. Why Mark didn't windmill on him and put the fluffers on him and monkey stomp him, I don't know. But Henry is diabolical. Okay. So um we are here. So before we get to this part, Henry is in the mirror trying to practice crying for his mama's funeral because Mark says that, your mom is my mom now or whatever. And he was like, well, guess we're both gonna miss her. We're both going to miss her, which means he's gonna take her out of here. But he gaslights Mark and makes Mark think something wrong with the food, throw the food away. And they take Mark and put Mark in the damn room, but Mark sees Susan walking out on the cliff, walking out to talk with Henry. They're walking and talking, and Mark has to break out of the house and run and holler and scream at Susan, like, no, don't go, because he knows what this boy is finna do to this lady. Henry is finna take his mama out, okay? And he's talking to his mom, telling her like she doesn't look too good when he finds out that he took out Richard. She was like, did you kill him? He was like, what if I did? What the hell? Why she ain't snatch him up and jack his ass up and knock him down and throw him up against? I don't know why she ain't do nothing to this little boy when he said that to her. Because then you're gonna ask me why I don't look too good. Maybe I need the help. No, little Negro, you need the help, and I'm gonna help you over the cliff. But no, I think the mama should have went over the cliff because ain't no way in the world this little boy gonna talk to me like this. Everybody should have went over the cliff. Take the whole family and throw their ass away, except for Mark and Connie. We need Mark and Connie to stay and keep the something going. I don't know, the bloodline. I don't know. We want this bloodline to keep going. Connie just don't procreate, baby. I don't know. They are weird. They are weird. Weird, weird, weird. So Mark ends up getting out and he finds, get to him. Henry pushed his mama off the cliff, y'all. He pushed her off the cliff and was throwing rocks down at her to make her keep going, to keep falling, because she ended up being able to pull up on one of the vines or sticks or whatever on the side of the cliff. But he pushes her over, throwing rocks down at her to make her go further, to make her finish the fall. But Mark comes and stops it, pulls her up. How she get up, I don't know. She gets pulled back up on the side, and she has to catch them because now they're fighting. They fighting, rolling around on the cliff. Both of them fall over. She grabs both of them. She had to let somebody go. You let Henry go, but you kept Mark. I don't know what to say other than good choice. Because Mark going back home to Arizona, his daddy, and you, Connie, and your husband can live happily ever after. And I hope you had a nice policy on Henry, and you ain't got to go to work no more. Your husband don't either. I don't know. That's the weirdest shit to say. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It ain't my real life. It's just a movie. But the shit's weird. Okay, it's so weird. Where was your antennas? Where were y'all when this boy was doing all this stuff? They were all over the neighborhood by themselves. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see. Type in your computer was Connie death in the movie. Listen, P. Bronson was slice of horror. Do you remember Connie being deaf? Y'all remember Connie being deaf in the movie? Mark, dude, he was crazy. Yes, he knew he was crazy from the treehouse. He said, "Hey, don't f with me." He knew he was crazy. Yeah, when he was at the treehouse. Yes. Hey Mo, how you doing? Hey, hey, hey. And stepping into the counsel's office, pure manipulation. Yes, very manipulative. Yes, yes. He stood in front of. He tried to get there before Mark got there because he knew Mark was gonna tell on him. Shit, it ain't us. Our kids do some crazy shit, but we ain't doing that right there. Did she slapped the shit? Susan slapped Mark for telling her the truth, and he should have knocked her ass back because you ain't my man, man. Oh, I sure did fly through this review. I did. It ain't been 30 minutes. Cause I was finna get sidetracked, and I don't like to get sidetracked because I go down a rabbit hole, and you know, I I go down a rabbit hole. But what do y'all think about this doggone movie? I did. I flew through it. What do y'all think about um what do y'all think about it? What do y'all How do y'all think it would stand up today in today's time? In 2025, if they would make a movie like this, how would it how would it go for you all today? I think the parents would see it. I think the parents would notice more because we're more into mental health and being conscious and things like that. I think we would see because we people try to put labels on kids early anyway, but I think we would see a sign of this little boy something being off or weird about our child, and we would try to get the problem fixed before it gets too far. Because for one, we don't want to go to jail for having to take out a child that then tried to destroy my family. Okay, like burn down a house or some shit. Like so we would try to get the problem fixed to keep ourselves from going to jail. Okay, I know I would. Hey, let's get this little ninja fixed, find help, something, because I'm not finna go to jail for taking him out for trying to take me and my family. No, no. So I think today it would be different because we would try to seek therapy and figure out what's going on. Let's see. I like the movie because it was straight up manipulative. It definitely was manipulative from the beginning, and then the way Macaulay Culkin speaks, his tone, his cadence, it's all manipulative. It's all sweet, and I'm just so sweet. They should have changed the title of the movie. But he definitely was. He was not the good son. Mark was the good son. You have to remember he looked sincere. Yes, I don't know how it would go today. I think he would still get away with it. You think he would? For one, we got cameras out today. So even if he did do it, when he shot the dog with that crossbow, I think that would have been on a ring camera or something, or cameras, street cameras. So it would have been they would have saw it when he did that. Drop the Mr. Highway. It would have been saw. We would have saw that. Street cameras. People have cameras in their vehicles these days. So somebody would saw that, and then that the little boy dying in the tub. How old was he when you How old was Henry when Richard passed away? Richard was a baby? How old? I don't know how old Richard was. If somebody knows how old Richard was, let me know. But Richard was a baby, I'm assuming, because he's still playing rubber duck. Why was Henry in the bathroom with Richard? Was he watching him for you while you went to the bathroom, or you had to go turn the pot? Like, why was he able to unalive this child in the tub? I don't know. Henry would yes, he would. Yes, he would. Heck no, we would have got away with it. Only he would have got away with it was the ice skating incident. Maybe the ice skating incident is what he might have gotten away with. Maybe that. And he set the parents up on date to argue about Charlie's room. He surely did. He surely did. He caused discord in the family. He surely did. Hey Moochie. Hey, hey, hey. Yes, he surely did. He did cause discord in the family. Um, let's see. No, he snuck in. Snuck in where? I don't know. But yeah, I think it would play out today, but it would be he would have gotten caught. Or they would have written it where he didn't get caught, and maybe they had to been somewhere where they don't have cameras or something. I don't know. But in 2025, Henry would not have been able to do all the things he's doing unless the parents were like workaholics and worked all day, and he had grandma. He was at home with grandma, and maybe something like that. It's the only way he would have been able to do something like be that manipulative. But other than that, I don't know. Um, Henry went in the bathroom with mom. How old was Richard? How old was Richard? That's what I want to know. How old was Richard? How big was this child for you to take him out? I know you like they said you can die in a drown in a teaspoon of water, but I want to know how old was Richard when he passed away. I don't remember them saying how old he was, but the mom's still grieving, and you can't tell people how long to grieve. So it could be 3 years ago, it could be 3 months ago. I don't know. So, but this was a very sad movie because you got Mark grieving his mother, and then his dad has to leave him with a family that he hadn't seen in 10 years, which is weird as hell to me. Because where he ain't got no classmates that he could go stay with. Y'all ain't got no other family members that he could go stay with. He had to go all the way from Arizona to Maine. You put him in a bad situation. I mean, he need to be around other kids. Yeah, he need to be around because, but he ain't need to be around somebody he ain't seen in 10 years. That's weird as hell to me, okay? I wouldn't do that to my child right now. I'd rather let my child go across the street to the neighbor house that speaks to her every morning versus me sending her to a family member that I hadn't seen in 10 years. Yeah, no. Or she gonna go with me. Yeah, we no, no. 10 years and you got to send him way up. Shit. She said 6 inches. He looked, yes, less than a year. So less than a year old, and Henry was watching his baby in the tub and drowned the baby. Okay. Okay. Some parents are afraid of their children. That's why they could stand. Baby, listen, not in my house. We wouldn't do it. For one, the damn door didn't slam because my daddy he nigga rigged everything. It wasn't gonna slam. You'd had to push it shut. It wasn't gonna slam no door. It wasn't gonna slowly close. You got to push it closed because my daddy nigga rigged everything. The door probably too tight to do something. And my sister gonna have a comment. I know she is. She gonna have something slick to say. But let me see what else I had. What else? What else? What else? What else? Had some more questions. Make sure y'all are liking the video, guys. No, ma'am. Mom stepped out. Henry snuck in. But the baby was a year old. Why she left the baby in the tub at a year old though? 12 months old. Even if he was 18 months old, that's still too young to leave a child in the bathroom by herself. Hell, maybe Susan did it, and Rich and Mark Henry might have took credit for it. I don't know. He even dragged her when he said he could use her up. He even dragged her when he said so her she could use her other hand. Child. Slam door come off the hinge. Okay. Okay. Off the hinge. Slam off the hinge, okay? I'm confused, people. I wanna know how old this little boy the baby was that mama left in the tub. Somebody tell me. And then Miss Pete Bronson told me something the baby was deaf. Shut up. He was trying to manipulate her to use her other hand. She went, you know what? Okay, I need to watch the movie again because apparently I missed a whole lot of stuff. The damn look, Connie was deaf. Connie had a hearing aid. Anybody else remember Connie having a hearing aid? Because that made the shit funny to me. Because if you got a hearing aid, that's why she was talking so loud. No, I got my own secrets. I won't tell you so. I won't tell you. Is that why she was screaming so loud? Because she had a hearing aid? Because I got a cousin. Well, my mama got a cousin. She be talking so loud. And I be like, turn it down because you talking so loud. And then it get the when it gets like reverb or whatever. Next time on live with you, go check it and see if you looked at it. I'm going to look. I got to. I got to figure it out. I do. Because this is weird. I'm gonna be live tomorrow, P. Bronson. We're gonna be talking about sisters tomorrow at 10:15. So we're gonna be in live tomorrow. So come and yeah. I'm still live, Dallas. Oh, dang, Candy, did you watch the movie? I don't know. I might have. Girl, don't be talking about my mama. My mama, Chesty can't hear. That's why she talking. Mo, I don't know. I don't Mo, do you remember the little girl having a hearing aid? And then how old was Richard when he was left in the tub? Because I got questions. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Okay, I want to hear from you tomorrow. Okay, P. Bronson. I'm gonna rewatch it. And I'm got to figure this out. Mo 69, I don't know what she sped it up because her review is done in two. Because I had it set up for a panel and it was more of a conversation style, but because I'm here doing it by myself, I'm just gonna talk about what the hell I remember and what I saw in it. Shit, I'm over with. It's over with. Because I wanted it be like a conversation, but that's neither here nor there. People got shit to do, and it's all good. Other than that, guys, yeah. So as for me, yeah, I'm done with the review. I have nothing else, no more commentary for this because this was, you know, uh, it wasn't. It's it's a good movie, but it's like I have more questions now as an adult because how old was Richard in that tub? What was y'all antennas while this little boy was making these things? He got Mr. Highway, he got the crossbow. Y'all don't walk y'all property, y'all don't walk the land and see what's going on with this little boy in the tree house. Y'all don't go back to the shed. Y'all don't see nothing. Y'all don't see anything. How does Henry function at school? How is he with other kids at school? Or he just don't like y'all? Is that what it is? He just don't like his family, blood relatives, because he ain't bother nobody else. How does he interact with his teachers, his peers, his neighbors? How does he? I want to know. I just want to know because if why this boy don't like y'all? I don't know. Yeah, Miss Kira, that was quick, wasn't it? In and out, because Candy be going to bed now these days. Um, and my family don't understand that I'm going to bed now. They expect me to be up at 1 and 2 and 3 o'clock like I used to. No, I'm going to bed before double digits. Okay, before 10 o'clock, my ass is in the bed. I enjoyed the movie because I thought the good son went to stay with Mark. Um, he just ran all over the city. Listen, Henry is the good son. Mark is the visiting son. And then he was there for 2 weeks. Yeah, that little boy went through hell in 2 weeks. My mama just died, and I got to go up here and be tortured and manipulated by my cousin that I ain't seen in 10 years. The daddy, I blame you for whatever happened to Mark. Whatever trauma happened to Mark, I blame the daddy because you should have sent him to a neighbor house or a friend or took him with you to Tokyo. He old enough to stay in a hotel by himself. I really believe so. If he can go hang around with him and run all over the city and terrorize the people, then shot a dog, then dropped the Mr. Highway on the highway, then caused the whole damn pile up. What else he did? All kind of you got me going crazy thinking you didn't poison the food, so you got everybody looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm trying to warn your mammy that you about to take her out there. She gonna slap me. Like Mark was tortured. Mark was tortured. Sir, daddy, you should have took that boy with you. My mama just passed and I done went through hell and I done went through hell and not high water, low water, fooling around with these people. Way in Maine. What sense does this make? I don't understand. Who thought that was a good idea to take that boy? Who? I understand the money, but good God. Richard was 6. He still playing with a rubber duck mo. Now Richard asked he to be whooped. Why was Richard playing with a rubber duck? I got more questions. It's Susan, it's the mama fault because ain't no way in the world Richard 6 years old playing with a rubber duck. Hello, why is Richard playing with a rubber duck in the tub? I don't know. If he was 6 and playing with a rubber duck, then had good for him. Shit. What's going on, Moose Nuts? How you doing? Mark was traumatized for sure. The entire family. His little sister next when she turned 50. Listen, she gonna this. She gonna be knucking your buck around there. She gonna lose her mind. But if Richard was 6 playing with a rubber duck in the tub, I got questions. How did how did Mark drown a 6-year-old? I mean Henry, how did he drown a 6-year-old? So they must have been close in age. Oh, I have a lot of questions. I need to go back and revisit this movie. Connie got a hearing aid. Richard's 6 years old, playing in a tub with a damn rubber duck, and Henry is building weapons of mass destruction. Jesus, well, just take the whole family, take the whole family out, take the whole bloodline out. I don't want no more. I don't want no more parts. This is too much going on. It's too much. It's too much. Too much. Too much. Too much. But yeah, again, I'm gonna end this live. Thank y'all for coming through. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Um, so next week I'm going to do Dennis the Menace. And that's Dennis the Menace, little one with the he put the fake teeth in for the man. Yeah. So do you want Dennis the Menace to come knock on your door? Do you want Dennis? You want to babysit Dennis the Menace? Yeah. No. Yeah. No. You want him in your classroom? Yeah. No. 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 Run it back, normal speed, Candy. Okay, Mo. Now he had you. I ain't gonna even do you like. I ain't gonna do you the way you would do me. I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna leave it right there. Okay. I was gonna say, did she? I did rewatch, but I got questions. I got more questions now because I didn't rewatch like that. You know, I had to watch stuff about. I got ADHD. I had to watch stuff about 4 or 5 times just to get it. Okay, and I didn't do all that. Love y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. I appreciate everybody, and I'm going to go ahead and get out.
You know you better watch out.